Hello and welcome to Reaction Shots for probably April, but we are later than ever before. But we're gonna do a makeup this month, so you'll get hit with 3 episodes in May theoretically. It is May the 4th as we're recording this. May the 4th be with you, boys.
May the 4th be with you. Star Wars hype. Medium low.
Oh yeah, happy Star Wars Media Activation Day.
It really is
Star Wars Monopoly.
Yeah.
Doesn't that bumps up the hype a little, right?
I don't know if that comes out today though. Weirdly,
Huber was confused but interested.
yeah, I'm very intrigued by it. Yeah, it doesn't come out until the 11th. What is that?
That's so odd.
I would
Why
play
not
that today. I would do it today. I would play.
They just
Maybe
gotta
they
put it in Monopoly. I mean, they have the hologram form. You know what I mean? Like they gotta put it on the little table. Star Wars Monopoly in a hologram.
Totally.
Yeah. Then
Like
the
real
hype would be
physical.
so high. Yeah.
Maybe because I think today like Mall had 2 episodes maybe or something or something. I don't know.
The finale,
Whatever.
I think.
The finally.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're sort of talking about. I mean, Star Wars, I guess, would fit today because the prompt for today, Matt had thought of what if we do cyberpunk movies, and then I last second added in an extra wrinkle. We're talking cyberpunk movies or any movie, quote unquote, set in the future, but with a year that they chose in the movie that has passed in real life. so movies set behind us that are in the future.
So funny.
But as always, anything counts. So a cyberpunk movie that doesn't fit that thing. But I was thinking through cyberpunk movies and I was like, a lot of them fit. Like Blade Runner fits.
Oh yeah.
Obviously the Matrix fits. Star Wars takes place long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away. So
True,
it fits. Sort of.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Off record, and I hate to do this because it's such a dick move, but I started. I sent you that message. Hey, let's do that. Let's do cyberpunk movies because the president threatened to end civilization. Another one tragically, but probably all civilization potentially. And then they were throwing Molotov cocktails at data centers, and I was like, "Oh, this is very cyberpunk. Why don't we do cyberpunk episodes?" But then I, off the record, kind of started doing the Blade Runner test at the beginning of the Blade Runner movie.
Fells interlinked?
Where it's like, are you human or are you not human on a daily basis? And I was like, God.
The Voight-Kampff test.
Yes, the Voight-Kampff test.
Yes.
The Voight-Kampff is the first one.
On a daily basis, I'm administering the Voight-Kampff test. And I was like, Jesus, my life is such a cyberpunk film. Yeah.
Now, does off the record mean I'm supposed to edit all of that out of the episode?
No, you can leave it in. I just cannot elaborate. I cannot elaborate.
Okay. I'm very curious. I will have follow-up questions when we are fully actually off the record.
Yeah.
I made this smoothie, and I feel like it's pretty good.
I love a smoothie.
Anyway.
Homemade smoothie.
Homemade smoothie. Well, I got a kit from Sprouts, and I'm just adding oat milk to it. But today's is better than yesterday's, and it's saving me $20 a day instead of going to Robex because smoothies are fucking so expensive.
Oh, it's like, are you going to Arrow One? Where are you getting your smoothies from?
No, we were going to Robex, which is really good, but they add a lot of sugar too, and it costs like $20 a trip. So I was like, what if we get a kit from Sprouts for $5, and that gives us like, a week's worth of smoothies. Anyway, whatever. This is not a smoothie podcast. This is a cyberpunk hell future podcast. Which I guess the economics of smoothies might fit into there somewhere, but
yeah,
I spent a lot of time thinking about like butterfly effects and like how any small thing 100 years ago led to today, right? And like Reaganomics led to like took barriers down that allowed for Trump to be what it is, and like. All these little tiny things, and I think that kind of thinking fits into cyberpunk stuff a lot, where it's like this future diverged somewhere and wound up in this hyper intense, super ultra capitalist. And like, it's crazy how close, because I've read every novel by William Gibson, who invented cyberpunk in Neuromancer and coined the term The Matrix, actually, and cyberpunk.
Yeah, good job. It's his fault. All
Yeah.
all these jackasses read William Gibson and took the wrong message.
It's like Fight Club. They like misinterpreted it, and they're like, "We should do that." And he's like, "No, no, no." It's crazy how prescient he is. Like his books predict things. That's why the Peripherals got me kind of freaked, because like in that one they talk about a slow. They call it the jackpot, but it's an apocalypse where kind of a little bit of every scenario happens.
Yeah.
A little bit of war, a little bit of disease, a little bit of climate change, a little bit of that, and it comes together and 99% of humanity dies. And I'm just like, that seems pretty likely. That seems pretty fucking
Seems like
likely.
any of that could happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people called human extinction scholars, and I read a book called Global Catastrophic Risks, where statisticians and ethicists and people in different fields, like environmentalists get together and they run the numbers and they're like, what are the chances humanity makes the next century? It didn't look too good.
No.
Yeah.
I was watching
The doomsday clock.
Yeah. I was watching a video about the Fermi paradox, as I do. Like every 6 months I'll watch a new 45-minute video about the Fermi paradox, which if you don't know is because it's the theory that like because there are so many stars and we are broadcasting stuff out into space, theoretically we should have been able to detect alien life by now if there was sufficiently intelligent alien life. And the Fermi paradox is like, why haven't we?
They also hit the same place we do, right?
Right. Well, and there are a bunch of different like theories as to why not, but one of them is called the Great Filter, which is a theory that there's some kind of barrier to reaching intelligence or surviving intelligence that makes it nearly impossible. And the optimistic view is that it's in our past, that it was something about like getting mitochondria is like the great filter and it's like nearly impossible, and so not everyone does that and becomes multi-celled organisms. Or the great filter could be because we attained the ability to broadcast into space at around the same time that we attained the ability to destroy ourselves, that it's a statistical impossibility that any civilization would last long enough to be detectable.
That's interesting.
It's fun. But like they were talking about statistics like that where it's just like over a scale of even like 1,000 years, the percent chance of humanity surviving is like 1%.
Yeah.
It's like crazy scary. Anyway, this whole episode won't be a downer, hopefully.
We've been trying to release an episode for weeks. We've just still been talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about the end of the world.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, before we get into all that, we'll do a very brief what we've been watching lately. I feel like I'll go first. I don't go first every time.
You should. Yeah, you definitely should.
From season 4 is happening. We're jazzed about it. There's a new one we came out yesterday. I haven't seen it yet, but it's doing well. From is basically horror Lost. Harold Pinot or whatever. I'm never sure how to say his last name, but love him. He's great. From is great.
Oh yeah.
It's on MGM Plus of all fucking places. I think the first couple of seasons might be on Netflix, but
I think you get fun. MGM Plus with Paramount Plus, or is that wrong?
Yeah, I feel like Paramount Plus has all kinds of weird packagings. Like Showtime might be in there.
That's so strange. So MGM is the lion, right?
MGM's the lion. I think
and Amazon bought them, right?
Yeah. So I think you can probably get it as a package in with Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Maybe, but like I have Amazon Prime, alas, and I also am paying for MGM. Whatever. Caught the first 2 episodes of a new show called Widow's Bay, which is kind of fun.
Nice.
It's got Matthew Rhys, my boy,
that guy is the best. He's the best.
I love him, dude. He's so fun. Loved him in
The Americans. The Americans.
Yeah, so good in that. Widow's Bay is like kind of a comedic, like weird town kind of a thing.
Looks like a Stephen King type. Is that fair or no?
Yeah.
More Stephen King or more Fargo? Or both?
It's kind of an intersection. I hadn't really thought about that, but it's sort of a, Yeah, and he's doing his Matthew Rhys thing. Love it.
Hell
Perry
yeah.
Mason, shout out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then Monarch finished season 1.
Nice.
Sick stuff. 3 episodes into Paradise season 1.
Nice.
Liking that.
Oh, I want to know about this. So you're still in season 1 then, right? This is very Lost, like also.
I mean,
right.
It's interesting.
Or...
Kind of the less you know, the better. I went into Paradise knowing literally nothing, and it made it a much better experience.
I've just heard structure is in terms of like getting to know characters each episode, right? And hearing their backstory, the way it's told.
Thus far, each episode does seem to focus on a different character a little bit, with like Sterling K. Brown is like the through line. So it's kind of like, but I've only seen 3 episodes, but like, yeah, each episode so far has kind of been like that, and there's flashbacks. So
yeah.
But yeah, I would say if you don't know anything about Paradise, click into it. Try to click into it without seeing any thumbnails because the thumbnail, it's ambitious.
They'll get you.
It shows stuff that we haven't gotten to yet. But yeah. Have I watched movies? I got a bunch of 4K Criterion Blu-rays.
Ooh, what'd you get? What'd you get?
I got, let's see. Should I get my stack here?
Get the stack.
Yes, please
get a stack. Show and tell. Show and tell.
Altered Carbon, the stack.
The stack. Eyes Wide Shut's not in this pile, but I got that recently, the 4K.
Shut. You're on a Kubrick kick, and that pleases me.
I am on a Kubrick kick. Yeah, watched Barry Lyndon. Yeah. I got that one.
Love that.
Watched Pee-wee's Big Adventure 4K. Haven't seen that since I was like a teenager.
Nice.
My bike
hits, dude.
My bike.
My bike. The movie is so fun because like it rides that line of acceptable for kids, but like really like the grown-ups are gonna pick up way more than the kids are.
I don't know why. I love when he goes to like save the snakes from the fire.
Yeah,
from the like burning pet store. Yeah.
That scene is like, and I don't throw around iconic often, but like that is in a literal sense like such a character moment for Pee Wee Herman, where it's like, and they set it up so well where he keeps eyeing the snakes and he's like, I don't want to touch those, and he like leaves them for the end. And then he saves everything else and he's like, I gotta save these snakes from this fire. Brings them all out, passes out.
It's funny.
And the cops are like, this boy's a hero. And I'm like, that's a fucking adult man. What's happening?
Could not have been one of the nicer people. One of my best meeting famous people encounters, just because it happened incidentally. Cool. I think I've told this story on here, so I won't recount it again. But it just happened incidentally. I was at a after party for a magic show, and he just started walking up talking to me, so I wasn't like, please, Pee Wee Herman, please. And we were just randomly in a group of people, and he wanted to talk to me about the magic show. So sweet. When I was like 5 years old, I looked up to him so much.
Yeah.
It's just a very nice, kind of seemed like a gentle person and just really, really sweet. And then I was like, oh my God, he's talking to me like the whole time. This is Pee Wee Herman. Like, this is Pee Wee Herman.
You were approachable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I forgot Phil Hartman wrote that movie too with them.
Oh, really?
So crazy, yeah. Obviously I got No Country for Old Men.
Oh,
I've seen this movie 8,000 times, but got it anyway. Got Mulholland Drive because I'm due for a rewatch, and Sophia's never seen it. So
wow,
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then I also, my sound bar died, so I went out and I got one with rear speakers.
Nice.
So I got surround sound now.
Now the horror movies are gonna sneak up behind you,
dude. We were watching. I can't remember if it was Widow's Bay or something else where somebody knocked on the door.
Oh my God!
But it was like positioned in space exactly where our door is, and I was just like, huh? Like,
is an unknown knock on the door the number one scariest thing? Like if you're sitting in your house at 11:30 p.m. and there's just a knock,
and also the dun dun dun. I hate that.
I think like a timid knock on the window is worse.
Oh
That's
my
scarier. That's
Yeah.
fucked up, especially
is
if you're on the
fucked up.
second floor.
A knock on the door, even when I'm expecting it, I don't
Yeah.
like. Just don't knock
yeah.
on my door ever.
Yeah.
Just don't come to my
Especially-
house.
Send a text. Do not knock.
Yeah, don't call me, don't text. Yeah, text me if you have to. Especially in the land of ICE, it's like not great. And then this one is interesting, and Don actually freaked out about this one. He loves these movies apparently, but Jean de Fleur and Manon of the Spring, which my dad always talked up, and he was like, "They're amazing. They're so sad," and I was just like, "Dad, what are you talking about?" What, like every time he pitched me these movies, he would say something about how they're like really emotionally heavy and sad, and then he's like, the second one's a little happier, and I'm just like, Dad, what? Like, no, but I've never seen them, and they had it on the 4K, and sort of to honor him, I got him just to check him out, and
That's sick.
apparently Don Casanova from Easy Allies really loves these movies. From what I gather, it sort of centers around the well in a village, and it's like all the characters of this village.
I have never heard of these, which I love. I love
Yeah.
something that's just not even on my radar whatsoever. That's a Western? It's looking very Western-esque.
I don't know. It's French, I think.
Oh, is it a French Western?
A Friendstern.
Is it
yeah,
so?
it's
Is that a
in-
baguette Western instead of a
it's in
spaghetti
French.
Western?
Baguette.
A baguette Western?
Spaghetti Western.
Oh my god.
Biscotti Western.
That is fucking hilarious.
That's great. I'm looking to see. Oh, it's a 5.1 surround. Wow, I expect it to be mono. That's cool. Anyway, yeah, so I'll try to watch that and report back.
Yeah, I'm super curious. I love things that I didn't know exist, or if I heard the name, I just had no context for. So yeah, I really want to know more.
Yeah, my dad was a real
you
one.
like to know more?
His favorite movies were Jean de Fleur and Manon of the Spring, and then like Aguirre, The Wrath of God,
Yeah,
which I've
those
still
are
never
movies.
seen.
Oh, that's a movie. See, that's a movie where like I hated the first time, and then I saw it
Right.
again, and I'm like, this is all right. This is all right.
This is
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those Herzog movies are rough sometimes. I mean,
Yeah,
they get down in the grime.
I bought him a Blu-ray like Herzog collection, which I have now
I have that the
re-inherited.
book, the kind of book thing.
Yeah, where it's got his
yeah.
face on the side.
Yeah. There's some stuff in that. Yeah,
I want to make
yeah.
my way through it. Yeah, I haven't yet.
You should. There's some intense things in there. You'll see some stuff.
I wanna
Cobra
watch
Verde.
Fitzcarraldo.
Cobra Verde.
Okay.
Fitzcarraldo also is a piece of art. Yeah.
And then Burden of Dreams, right? That's the documentary about Fitzcarraldo.
Yeah, I don't know if Burden of Dreams is in there. That might be a separate thing to get, but
Okay.
I would double feature that with Fitzcarraldo. You
Okay.
need that as a companion piece. Those go
Fitzcarraldo
together.
first and then Burden of Dreams. I
Exactly,
imagine?
because
Yeah.
Burden of Dreams is how that movie was made, but both of
Yeah.
them were incredible. Yeah.
I remember I loved in film school, because I love Apocalypse Now, but like Hearts of Darkness really gives it the context that you need.
It's
Made by his wife.
it's the perfect comparison,
Yeah.
and I would say it's an even better combo. If you
Okay.
like, Hearts of Darkness and Apocalypse Now, it's the better making of how in the world did someone have the gumption to
Yeah.
try and make
The
this
gall.
film, to try and drag a boat over a mountain? Because the movie is about someone trying to drag a boat over a mountain, and in real life the filmmaker dragged
just
a boat
did
over a
it.
mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, got a bunch
It's
of, like,
wild. Yeah.
Got a bunch of the locals and like almost crushed under logs, if I understand correctly. But
Yeah.
hopefully no one got hurt. I don't know, but
It's a wild. Well, I mean, the star of the movie was not a good person, and he shot at Herzog in a tent
Yeah.
while they were making a movie. So there are all kinds of wild
Shot
tales.
a gun at him.
Yeah, there are all kinds of
Jesus.
wild tales about their fraught relationship,
Well,
and I think that shows up in Burden of Dreams.
But he's in a bunch of his movies, like
He
Yeah.
is, despite that. There's a separate documentary called My Best
My
Fiend
Best Fiend, yeah.
about their, troubled relationship with each other. It's kind of one of those things where he thought he was amazing on camera and kept putting him in his movies. So, yeah. If any of this sounds interesting to you all and you like Herzog's, like funny VO, because he became a pop culture figure later in America and in Star Wars and in Mandalorian, right? Is that the Star Wars thing?
I would like to see the baby.
Go watch his German movies. Yeah. Streisand is a good one. Cobra Verde is a good one. Fitzcarraldo. These are my recommendations. He had an entire movie where he hypnotized the cast. Heart of Glass, which I think is in that set you're talking about. Hypnotized the entire cast, or hypnotized during the movie. And that one has a beautiful soundtrack. I have the soundtrack on vinyl. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to dig into there.
Yeah, I'm jazzed about it. I mean, I love his stuff. I've seen, I think, all of his American movies.
Oh, weird. That's a weird entry point.
Yeah.
What is the one with Christian Bale where he
Rescue Dawn?
Yeah, Rescue Dawn. What does he say at the end of that? Where he's like, scratch where it itches, eat when you're hungry, fill what is empty. Yeah, he gives a speech at the end. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah.
I remember Port of Call, New Orleans, though. Bad Lieutenant. That shit is fucking insane.
Love that movie.
Nicolas Cage, right? That's a Nicolas Cage.
That one.
Like A, B, C, D, E. I can't stop thinking of that from Kiss of the Vampire.
Yeah,
y'all put me onto that movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Vampire's Kiss. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. There's also, just last thing, shout out while we're ragging on Herzog. There's a brilliant Documentary Now episode. It's a two-parter, and Alexander Skarsgård plays a Werner Herzog analog, and it's about making they're filming like a multi-camera sitcom, but he wanted to do it like in this village on the mountainside of like Kazakhstan or something, and it's like, it's just a Herzog send up, and it's very funny. And there's like a Klaus Kinski character in that. It's good. Anyway, who's next? What have you seen lately?
Huber.
Weeboo.
Saw a couple movies in the theater. I saw The Drama with Pattinson and Zendaya.
Tell us.
Really, really loved it. It's my Rachel getting married of 2026.
So is it like what genre is it? Is it like
it's a drama? Yeah, it is a drama. It's like it's a couple things. It's like a little bit rom-com, but like way more drama than comedy. But there are funny parts for sure. Just a acting showpiece. Everyone in it is incredible. Super well written, really thought-provoking. I love a movie where the main like crux of it all can be interchanged with so many things in your own life. Like there's a thing and you can compare it to like, well, that just means it's this or this or this or this. I don't want to like spoil anything, but like there's a thing in the movie where it's just like you can read it a lot of different ways. And it's just one of those movies that I thought about for days after I saw it. Really has to do with like how humans perceive each other is kind of that movie in a nutshell. It was really, really great.
You're piquing my interest. This one, like I was aware of it, and I like both of those actors, but I was kind of like, I'll catch it whenever.
Yeah, I not needed to see in the theater. Definitely worth a home watch though, for sure. Okay. I think it's worth it. They're so good. They're so good in it. And there's just some like unexpected stuff. It's a good one. Then I saw Hokum, horror movie with Scott.
Yeah. Is it good?
It's really, really good.
It seems so scary.
It's not too scary.
But you're not scared of anything. So
so the things that scare me the most are like emotional turmoil and trauma, right?
Sure.
But I associate that feeling to like sadness. So when people ask me if a movie is scary, it's like is it scary? Like, am I gonna like jump? Am I gonna be afraid for a character to walk around a corner? Am I gonna get like chills because of like some, imagery? It's definitely a sad movie. The main character is very troubled. And it's like kind of a lot of movies in one. I think my favorite comparison, I walked out of it, and even in the middle of it, I was like, this is a survival horror game.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, this is low key the best video game movie of the year. Like,
That's kind of fun.
the premise of it and the vibe, like, okay, this is the like tutorial prologue here. Like, now we're talking to some NPCs. Now we're gathering items. Like,
That's
now we're
awesome.
exploring this
That's fun.
environment. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Crow Country, the movie.
So I definitely recommend that one. I saw it was a little divisive. Like, there were a couple like bad reviews, couple
really?
phenomenal reviews, way more positive vibes out there. I really, really enjoyed it.
I feel like people get set up by the trailers,
They do.
especially for horror movies, and they like if the movie doesn't meet their expectations
Yes.
they invented in their head, they're like 5 out of 10.
1,000,000,000% agree with you, Isla. 1,000,000,000%.
Let me tell.
Totally.
Let me put it in perspective though, because like I get scared about like bedroom stuff, like
Yeah.
something in the corner of the bedroom. Like I still can just like think about that guy in Gerald's Game, and I'm like,
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
Hereditary got me for a while, and like I
Yeah.
watched the trailer for Hokum,
Yeah.
and like which thing outside the curtain of your bed, or like that thing in the mask on the bed or whatever, and I was just like, I had trouble
Yeah.
falling asleep that night because I was like thinking about it. So
There,
that kind of stuff lingers in my visual mind,
it'll get you. It'll get you a little bit. Yeah.
Get you.
Yeah. That's another thing with horror is like, and this movie had it for a horror movie to be like one of my favorites. It definitely has to have a lasting image or two.
Yeah.
And this movie absolutely does have a lasting, like, oh man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch it at home.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot for sure. It's
You
definitely a
pitched
lot.
me on it. Yeah. That sounds fun to me.
Oh my god! And the location too, just because the whole premise is he like goes to a Ireland cabin or whatever, and it's
Yeah.
just like so pretty, like the woodlands and stuff. Just the
Ireland
location.
is a very pretty country.
Mhm.
I loved it there. Yeah.
I need to go. I want to visit more
Huh.
places.
Straight up, and then watch.
You won't want to come back.
I mean, I may not.
You come back to America from a foreign country, as I'm sure you know from
Oh,
traveling,
yeah.
and you're like, this place is a dump.
Oh yeah, America is a trash fire. Yeah, for sure.
Then watched a couple movies at home. Rewatched Ronin. It had been a while.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I was rewatching. We talked about this.
Speaking
I think,
of
but
Ireland.
Just the other day, I was watching the car chases from Ronin
Oh.
and the behind the scenes from Ronin.
The
Like a week
fucking final car chase of that movie, not the one in the mountains with the rocket launcher, like the final
on the
one.
highways and stuff. Yeah,
Absolute.
Through the tunnel? that shit is
Yeah, they're in the
crazy.
tunnel, they're in the city, like,
flashing their brights
oh my
all
god.
the time.
The final one in that is an absolute 10. And I had just been watching the Bourne movies as well, and I think Bourne number 2, the final car chase, was like my favorite. Just like, oh my god, some of these car chases are so good. Yeah, Ronin still holds up.
Ronin is so cool.
And then I also rewatched, I hadn't seen it in like 20 years, Memories of Murder. Bong Joon-ho.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
One of my all-timers. One of the best in the biz.
I need to see that. I really
It's
need to
good.
see
Oh my
that.
god, you haven't seen that one? Top
But
of your
I
list.
do think I like his earlier movies better. I saw The Host in the theater when it came out.
Hell yeah.
And
fun
I
one.
really liked Mother. And I think
Yep.
I've seen one of
Mother's
his
great.
other
Mother's
earlier
Mother's really good.
movies, yeah.
I like Memories of Murder is in my tops. So fucking good. To have like the most disturbing like premise like that, like a serial killer is always gonna like get me the most, more than like a demon or whatever. A knock at the door, shit like that.
Yeah.
Like that real world stuff.
Me too, yeah.
I feel like the Koreans love to have like their comedy in there too. Like there are like the movie can be hilarious, and to be able to balance like hilariousness with also like the most serious possible subject matter is it's crazy. That's why
That's
Bong
what
Joon-ho's
No
one of
Other
the
Choice
best.
is like. No Other Choice is a lot of humor.
I need
No
to
Other
see that
Choice
one
is very
still.
Fargo.
Oh, yeah, I haven't
like.
seen that
Yeah.
yet. Shit. Yeah.
It's on streaming now. I've been
Yeah.
wanting to watch it.
Yeah. So
What's
there
he
it is.
saying, Ronan? I just kicked your ass with a coffee cup. He says-
Yeah, he's oh, you're so close. It's something exactly
It's
like
something
that.
like that. I just something with a coffee cup.
Yeah, ambushed you or
Yeah, I just took you out with a
Yeah.
coffee cup.
yeah. That's it.
So good. Maddie baby.
Okay. Well, I went on a really kind of strange the no theme for what I watched. I haven't watched anything in the last couple of weeks, but before that, I did watch a lot, and I watched a lot of Ginger Rogers movies. I'd never seen anything by her before. She was just a random name, kind of the way when you told me about your French movie that your dad liked. I'd never heard of that before. And Ginger Rogers, you could have taken her name out of hat, and I would have been like some old lady in movies, and it would have meant nothing to me. And now she's one of my favorite actors, and I would put her up there with like Cary Grant and Jimmy Stewart as one of the best classic Hollywood actors. Like I must have watched like 7 of her movies. Have either of you seen any of her movies?
Maybe remind me which ones
I'm going to pitch her so hard. So the way I found her was, HBO has like a TCM channel, like Turner Classic Movies. And I love watching them when I'm in hotels.
TCM is the best of all time.
Yeah,
Shout
you
out
put
to
it on
Osborne,
like in a
10 out of 10.
hotel. And there's nothing else to do in a hotel,
It's
and
the
you're
best.
like, okay, well, let me see if there's anything cool on TCM. At least I'll at least see something quality. On
Ben
there.
Mankiewicz is one of my favorite humans.
Yeah. So you put something on there. And so sometimes on HBO, I'm like, let me try and replicate that experience. So I turned that little area on, and it was like, oh, here's a Jimmy Stewart movie I've never seen. And it was starring Ginger Rogers. It was called Vivacious Lady.
Okay, shit. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
And he like falls in love with some nightclub singer, Ginger Rogers. And he has to bring it home to his like fancy New England family. And she's, like a fast talking dame, and his fancy New England family does not really like her very much. And also turns out he has a fiance who he has to break it off with, because he got like married to this nightclub waitress on the or a dancer very quickly. Like it was like a quick elopement, and like things are just like very awkward. But she is like an awesome actress. I was like, who is like Ginger Rogers? Like I've heard the name, but I don't know any of her movies. I got to go do more research. Like she's really funny. Like she's slapping everybody. And like, like anybody who talks back to her, she's just like, fuck you. Don't talk to me that way. I'm like, this actress is great. And everybody like has like this transatlantic accent in these old movies, they talk like a newscaster.
Yeah.
But she talks like us. She just talks like a regular person. And I'm like, oh, this is great. The contrast between her and the other actors is amazing. She just feels like a regular person. And I'm like, I love that. Incredible. So I started watching other stuff from her. I watched like this movie called Fifth Avenue Girl. Same kind of thing. She was like a regular person. She gets thrown in a rich person's house, and she was kind of like on the sly, just like she was like this this rich dude's kind of like girlfriend, and the family was freaking out. Like, why do you have this like kind of like poor person in our house? Jeez. We don't love this. This poor person doesn't belong here. And I was like, oh, is this her deal? She just plays a poor person.
Does the same thing over and over.
Yeah. But I was like, it's great. It's kind of, she has some heartbreaking scene where she's like, you don't understand us. You can't treat us poor people this way. She won an Academy Award for this movie called Kitty Foyle, and same kind of thing. She gives this scene where her husband takes her home to this like rich family, and the rich family doesn't like her, and she's like, you know what, I'm never going to be like you, and I don't want to marry this stinking husband if you don't like me the way I am. And like this scene, I was like, I feel this about all these rich people who don't take us for humans the way we are. I mean, I have amazing in-laws, they're great regular people, but I feel this way about a lot of the world who just doesn't accept us as regular people. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like the shareholders, Huber.
Yep.
All the shareholders.
Yeah, the shareholders.
The big man.
So I went on a spree. I was like, I got to get more of these Ginger Rogers movies. She's like speaking truth to power.
Yeah.
I've seen Top Hat. That was one I saw. Did you watch that one?
Okay, so Top Hat was really cool. She's doing tap dances. She's like a really good dancer, and she's like dancing with Fred Astaire.
So
like,
good
in the rain under
Top
this
Hat rules.
gazebo. She's very like stylish. Like she'll like dance and be like, oh, you know, like I'm so cool. I got some moves. Yeah. She's very stylish when she dances, and then like. This is something I noticed, and I feel so dumb for not knowing this. I watched a couple of her dance montage clips on YouTube where she's dancing with Fred Astaire. And I was like, well, shit, she's having to do all these dances that Fred Astaire is doing, but she's having to do them in high heels. Like, this is so
There's a
fucking
famous-
impressive. Yeah, exactly.
There's a famous quote
There's a
from Fred
famous
Astaire.
quote. Yeah.
I just do
she's-
everything
and-
she does, but she does it backwards and in heels.
Yeah, like he's like pushing her forward, like, and she's having to do them backwards in high heels, and I'm like, this is so impressive. How? And I was like, motherfucker, that's who Ginger Rogers is. This whole time I've been watching all her movies, and I didn't even realize that's where that quote came from. And like all these politicians say it, and I've watched like 7 of her movies, and I didn't even realize that's who it was. But my top recommendation, if you can only watch one Ginger Rogers movie and you're like, just give me one, I'm not gonna watch all that shit. I'm not gonna watch 7 movies. Just tell me which one to watch. The one to watch that I like the most is called Stage Door.
Okay.
And Stage Door is her and Katharine Hepburn, and everybody loves Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah.
Katharine Hepburn is
1937, dude.
Katharine Hepburn is like a rich girl who gets some money from her dad to go be an actress. And Ginger Rogers is just one of us. She's like a working class girl, and she's trying to be an actress too. And they're in this boarding house for a bunch of women trying to be actresses. And so Katharine Hepburn shows up with all her rich girl clothes and all these fancy jackets and fur coats and stuff. And all the boarding house girls are like, oh, look who's so special. You know, and Katharine Hepburn's a little stuck up, and she has to be roommates with Ginger Rogers. And Ginger Rogers kind of gives her some shit about it. And they have kind of like a dueling roommates competition thing. I loved it. So funny. Fast talking, like one of those fast talking like comedies from the 30s. So many jokes. They're just flying at you so fast. It's like hard to keep up with the jokes flying so fast, but you're going to have like 1,000 lines you'll remember from this movie that just like all the punchlines keep like hitting. It's like the best Simpsons episode. Just so funny. It's such a great comedy. And I was like, this movie was great. I looked it up I just told Jessica, I was like, oh, it's so good. You know, the camaraderie between a lot of the women and the boarding house is so good. That. They support each other so much. I looked it up on Letterboxd, and like all the reviews are like, why is this the most lesbian movie ever?
It's just, well, I was just reading about that because it's like Katharine Hepburn, like, you know, in the community, it's everyone's pretty much like, she was probably gay, but maybe at least bi, you know, like everyone's pretty sure about it. And like, I've just Googled, like, was Ginger Rogers a lesbian? No evidence, but I did come up with several articles talking about if Stage Door, like a queer reading of Stage Door.
It says like Happy Lesbian Visibility Week. Like all the reviews are like
Visibility
that.
Week recently, yep.
Yeah. So like, of course, me, I'm oblivious. I'm just like, oh yeah, all the women are just good friends supporting each
They were
other.
roommates.
Yeah. Which is why it's important to have, women film critics out there and not just dudes who are like, yeah, I like the jokes and the dancing.
Women are
So
great
oblivious.
friends
Yeah, they're
to
very
each other.
good friends.
We are, but that's also, yeah,
The
sometimes not.
clothes and dancing are really cool, but like,
Really
yeah.
cool.
Anyway,
I
amazing
love
movie.
I love those, like, there's something kind of like bizarrely special about like pre-code movies, and then like even like mid and post-code movies, Hays Code, et cetera, et cetera. But like how they have to kind of do all that stuff subtextually is so fascinating, and especially with queer stuff where it's just like you have to really fucking subtweet that shit. And it's so interesting because when you're in the in group, you catch it, and it's so fun because it's like a secret language, and it's like so in a sense it's like it's not meant for like the male critics, especially of the time, to catch. Like I don't know,
As
it's
soon as I
interesting.
read it, I could like look backwards and I was like, oh, it was like the Kaiser Soze cup hitting the floor.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, oh, of course.
Ugh.
Yeah, of course. I see it now. But like, so I mean, I can pick up usually like when dudes love each other, that like
Yeah,
usually is like a little bit more obvious, but I was just like so oblivious to Stage Door. But either way, I think there are so many levels you can love this movie
yeah,
on because it's just an incredible movie. Can recommend it just to anybody who loves acting and movies.
I
If
love
you love
acting.
lesbians, if you love acting,
Love lesbians.
if you
I
love
do love
comedy, if
lesbians.
you love
I do love
comedies,
lesbians.
and you're gonna
I love
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 Catherine.
above all.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if you love women supporting women, if you love,
if you love
Katharine Hepburn,
roommates, yeah.
you're gonna exit this movie loving Katharine Hepburn and Ginger Rogers even more. So yeah, watch Stage Door.
It's funny because Ginger Rogers is like obviously so famous and like gorgeous and so talented and like just amazing. And I looked through her IMDb. I don't think I've seen a single one of her movies. It's a
Give it a
crime.
shot. Give it a shot.
Yeah.
I will say, I mean, you do have to be careful going through some of these movies. Some are worse than others. And if you're not white, if you're a person of color, you're probably used to this experience watching any movie, but some old movies,
Holy shit,
I'm
yeah.
in for a shock, when you see racism of a stripe you're not used to. It's of a different type of racism. You'll have people of color come in lower class positions doing service roles, and sometimes they're the butt of jokes, and you're like, oh, this is really painful to see.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people of color are like, yeah, this is what it's like. And it's painful when we see racism in current day movies also. But for me, taking the time travel machine back to older movies and seeing moments like that,
Yeah.
it stings a lot, and you're like, fuck, this treatment is awful. Which is why it's easier for me to recommend Stage Door, because the racism quotient is very low in that movie.
Great.
Yeah, it's equivalent to the racism you will encounter in any of our current day movies. So,
So
yeah,
prevalent and baked into everything. Got it.
yes, exactly.
Um,
So,
yeah, people of no color definitely out there acting a fool. I was thinking about this on the way. This is completely random, but I was thinking about this on my way to get allergy shots today, and I passed a billboard for "Farmer Needs a Wife," and then I saw another billboard for like something something's wife, you know, and I was just like, man, there's just like intrinsic, like, misogyny and like objectification just baked into fucking everything. It's crazy. Like referring to like wife is such a like it's a possessive term, right? You're like a wife. A wife implies a relation to something else, right? And it's like removing the personhood. Whatever, never mind. But I was just thinking about that in the car. And the billboard only had the farmers. And it's like, who gives a fuck about these farmers? Anyway, Ginger Rogers sounds great.
Yes, indeed so. And a lot of these older movies have interestingly, despite the context of societal roles for women being more fucked up, film roles for women were so much more well developed. And that's such an interesting contrast where the film roles for women were so much better written. That's not a good sentence.
Well, it's
Yeah.
that's what I'm often surprised about with these older movies where it's just like, okay, wait. Like, how could you have written this character in 1937 and have a woman who's like standing up for herself and like the audience is like, "Yeah, go girl, like get it." Like, we all support this idea. But then like literally immediately turn around and it's like even within the studio system, like all the actors in this time period were basically like commodities, right? Just like traded back and forth between the studios, but like especially women and like the sexism was like rampant, obviously. It's just such a crazy like that it's been around for that long in humanity where it's just like we're lifting up these narratives and we're empowering women as long as it's fictional, as long as it's in this fantasy world where women can be people. Because then immediately they go to the trailers and I'm going to put my hand up her skirt or whatever it is, like, and trade her off to Paramount, for a bottom line. And it's just like,
On a positive note, I feel like
crazy.
modern media has just so many stories of like women being the main character and LGBTQ representation. I feel like it's getting really nice. Like there's just so much variety now. It's not just like, even like Man on Fire just came out, or like not all content is just like one note lead white man. It's like we have so much content of every shape, and that gives me hope.
It's true. There was a rough patch there in the 80s to early 2000s. And
oh, just that all.
there really was. And
you get like fucking like even watching Ronan, like, oh my god, it's just
she's
like
incredible. I love
she's
her.
incredible, but just like the words they say, like he calls him, the R word, which has made a resurgence, which is really disappointing.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. So just like any 90s or 2000s even movie I watch, like somebody is saying something horrible.
Yeah.
And it's just normalized in it. I feel like that normalcy though of that has like diminished in the last 10 years or so, which I like.
Yeah, certainly. Like, yeah, I mean, even Bill and Ted say the F slur, right? Like,
Yeah, what the
It's a
hell?
bummer.
Yeah.
I
it's
feel
a
like
different,
Alex Winter has turned out to be a good dude.
Oh, he's the greatest dude. Keanu's a
I feel like
great
he's
dude.
like,
Like-
I'm sorry we said that.
He's
I'm
like-
going to spend my whole life trying to be better.
Well, and also like in 1987 or whatever, it's like everybody said that. It seems like so whatever. No, not an excuse, but
It is
they didn't
sad.
know better.
It
really.
is really
I guess.
disheartening that some of those words are coming back, and yeah, it's horrible.
But it's crazy too because it's like anytime I see like, a women-led movie like Captain Marvel or whatever, the Marvels, and then like, everyone is so quick to be like, wow, this is proof that women-led action movies don't succeed, and then I'm just like, Terminator, Aliens,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what are you
outta
fucking
here.
talking about? Like,
Yeah,
some of the greatest movies of all time have
Totally.
women at the helm, like, or in the lead character.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Guy movies are
speaking-
allowed to fail all the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
nobody says
Women-led
otherwise.
movies get one chance to
Yeah.
fail. Yeah, and then it's a huge narrative for a long time.
Yeah,
The,
a movie with a man and a person of no color man can fail, and no one says like, oh, that's because it's got a white man in it. Like, what?
have you heard about this new Desert Warrior film, which is potentially the biggest box office bust in the history of movies?
Oh, I think you mentioned this to me.
This is a Rupert Wyatt film starring Anthony Mackie. The budget was over $150 million, and it's made less than 500,000.
There are definitely some movies that like,
Yikes.
well, there were a few movies a couple years ago that had like 700 people saw them or whatever on like a multi-million-dollar budget, and it's like,
Crazy.
I wonder what the biggest bomb of all time is.
It could be. This is gonna get up there for sure. They were comparing it to like the biggest of all time.
Oh wow. We've done
Wild.
an episode on bombs that were actually good, if I recall.
Yeah,
I don't remember what we landed on.
love a good.
Anyway,
bomb.
speaking of bombs, let's talk about the future.
Oh, before,
Skynet.
kind of as a segue,
Okay.
I had a fun question for you all.
Oh,
I watched a few Cyberpunk movies, and I think the patrons are going to have very smart things to say, much smarter than I could. But I watched some, and I had a question for you two. Top 3 Cyberpunk related foods. What do you think they are?
ooh.
Food.
I mean, I don't have an answer, but what do you think they are? Foods that show up in Cyberpunk.
I mean, the first thing that comes to mind
kinda-
is Deckard getting Chinese at that
oh
at
my
that
god,
I think
kiosk.
so. I
Like,
think it
it's
has to
gotta
be
be
like
Chinese
noodles.
food.
It's
Yeah,
got to be noodles.
Chinese food,
Some
like
type of
instant
noodles.
noodles.
Japanese or Chinese.
100.
And noodles, right?
For
100%.
sure. Like, and also I think it's prescient because it speaks to like, and Blade Runner did it, and a bunch of other Cyberpunk especially has done it, where it's like the kind of blending of Japanese, but especially Chinese culture with American culture, kind of nodding that like people assume that China's the next great superpower, already is probably, and like a cultural kind of blend would happen.
Noodles
So I think
feels very
noodles for
Cyberpunk.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
also thinking
especially-
sushi, right?
Yeah.
Sushi feels very Cyberpunk. Yeah.
But it's not real fish. Like it's all synthetic,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
you can't get real animals. So it's and like the water's all polluted. So it's like fake. There's something. I think noodles is so successfully cyberpunk food because like all of us, or I suppose many of us, have like ramen during college. I've got $10 like memories, right?
So
and
much
it's just
ramen.
like
So much spaghetti.
yeah, exactly. So it's like noodles are just such a go-to. Like I have $2 right now. What can I eat? Like kind of a food, What else? Like oddly colored milks come up weirdly often.
Yeah, some kind of like viscous liquid.
Viscous, bluish
Like in
liquid.
a can or like that they're
Yeah.
drinking. Yeah.
And whatever. I mean, whether it's the milk bar from Clockwork
Yeah.
Orange or Star Wars or
Oh,
anything
yeah.
like bizarre viscous liquids seem to come up.
Yeah.
I watched Hackers again, which isn't
Whoa.
which isn't cyberpunk, but it
Cool.
feels cyberpunk in its spirit. Do you,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense?
for sure.
Because it was set in the day. It was, like filmed. It was contemporary, but it
Yeah.
feels very cyberpunk.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, the energy is cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Sick.
Absolutely. And they had a lot of they had a lot of pizza in that.
Oh,
and I was
pizza
like,
for
pizza is-
sure.
Yeah.
Well, and also isn't hero protagonist the main guy in Snow Crash? Isn't
Snow
he like
Crash, yeah,
he's like
yeah.
a pizza delivery guy, or is he just a delivery guy in general? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I read that.
Yeah. I think it was pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they were they making a Snow Crash show or movie? It felt like-
There have been rumors of that. I think that sounds familiar. It doesn't seem to have materialized yet.
that was the thing of his work that I enjoyed the most.
Of Neil Stephenson?
Yeah.
Snow Crash was that his first one too? I really like Neil Stephenson. He has trouble with endings often.
He really
and,
does. He really does.
Some of them meander, but like The Fall or Dodge in Hell has like incredible ideas that have like shaped the way I change or think about life now, especially in this like post-reality kind of world that we're in. But like as a book, it meanders and then kind of doesn't really go anywhere.
He's an idea guy, kind of the way I think Stephen King is, where like the ideas of the books are like, like stick
Another
with
guy
me
with
more than
trouble
the
in
ends,
endings. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
As
it's actually
we've
really
segued. Oh,
Yeah, I've been watching The Boys. It's the final season, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like I'm really enjoying it, but like the shit is so. It makes me think how bleak reality is because what is going on in The Boys is supposed to be so over the top and outlandish and ridiculous, but it's just like real.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like this is happening. Like the White House is just like doing this in reality. Like,
Yeah. Or
yeah,
worse.
yeah,
Like
it makes me very bleak.
it's
Yeah.
like I think about like the Onion, where it's like, how do you parody
Yeah.
reality when life is just a parody? Like
Yeah.
we're
Like
we're
life
beyond
is even
the
more
pale.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Toot toot, here we go. The Cyberpunk train is leaving the station. We asked our patrons at patreon.com/reaction shots. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your patience. Sorry we're so late this month.
Hmm.
And every month. We asked them about Cyberpunk movies and or any movie set in the future that is now in the past. Adding the second part might make this super broad, but whatever. Cyber hell futures in general. I asked, what is your favorite cyberpunk slash past future film? Who got the closest to predicting where we're at? And then obviously anything else. We'll start off here with, actually, I'll go in order because that makes more sense. Toot, 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 toot. Oh, wait. Oh, Patreon made this make sense so that the oldest is at the top. That's
Well
interesting.
done,
Huh.
Patreon.
Thanks, Patreon.
Yeah.
Who knew? I was like, wait, 3 weeks is longer than 2 weeks. What's going on? Garrett Hallfish says, thanks to the second part of the prompt, I'm able to talk about Turbo Kid as it's set in a post-apocalyptic future of 1997. While it can come across as Mad Max but with bicycles, it's more than that. It's got interesting characters, great costume design, and satisfying kills. I'm realizing I forgot a lot more than I realized, so I think I'll be watching it tonight. I don't think I've seen Turbo Kid. Was that the one that started as a web show and then they remade it as a movie? I think. Maybe? Or am
Never
I thinking of
saw.
something? Seems cool.
Does seem
Bicycle
cool.
Mad Max sounds like a great
Yeah,
pitch.
yeah. I remember this mask was really cool. Yeah. It's like a
And I
skull
remember they have
mask.
like fun, like over the top effects.
Sick.
We'll have to put it on our list, Garrett. We haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Tokyo Slim says, "Here's my shout out to maybe one of the most pure and enduring cyberpunk films, not directly influenced by Gibson. Strange Days. I
There
was
it
planning
is.
on rewatching this for this episode, but it's like 3 hours long, and I just did not find time.
Is
That's
it
my
that
favorite.
long? Oh my
It's
god.
long.
One of the best.
I've seen it 100 years ago, I think, or at least most of it. It's a classic high-tech slash low-life scenario, a noir mystery, has an all-time underrated soundtrack, a collection of some of the greatest character actors of our lifetime, and was criminally misunderstood and underappreciated upon release. The closest, I'm constantly in awe of how many things Demolition Man gets right satirically.
Totally.
Yeah, I love when a satire is like just what happens. Like RoboCop is also just like, oh, we just have that now. Like
Yeah.
I could
all the
honestly
time.
go for Demolition Man's future right now because he wakes up to a future that's too woke.
The franchise
Right.
wars.
Yeah,
franchise
Demolition
wars.
Man's. He's like, you're not allowed to swear here.
Yeah. I love the running gag of Demolition Man where every time he swears, just somewhere in the background you hear one of the computers go like, "Beep, you've been marked for 5 demerits," or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Strange Days, what a fucking
One of the best.
yes movie.
Like the brain dancing, you know.
Brain
is
Dance.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Is it called that in that?
Like,
that's what they
it's
call
like
in
squid
Cyberpunk.
or something. Squids.
Yeah, okay.
One of the coolest ideas. I mean, was that in a William Gibson book at all, or did like Strange Days invent that? Like putting
Like
your memories
recording
on a
somebody's
device.
memories, yeah, and like going in
had to have been in a
replaying
book
them.
somewhere.
I can't
'Cause then
remember if
when-
that's in a Gibson or not, but
Because when
yeah.
Cyberpunk, the game 2077, teased it, it was like, oh shit, Strange Days, cool,
Yeah.
fucking awesome. And it's like, was that the origin of that? Because then you tie that into like the murder political mystery, and I think that's just so fun. Like,
I remember as a kid, even before I'd figured myself out, I was very, very, very interested in the idea of, being able to embody a woman and like see through her eyes. Obviously in a CD cyberpunk setting, maybe some of the scenarios would be kind of intense or specific, but that was very appealing to me. The idea of that back in the day. I haven't watched it since transitioning. I should try it.
It's a strange movie.
Yeah. I
I
remember it
think
gets
it
a little
falls apart
grody
at the
sometimes.
end. Yeah,
Okay.
it gets a lot. But that's James Cameron wrote it, right?
Did he
Yes.
really?
And yeah, he
Yes.
wrote it,
Because
and
they
then
were married
Catherine
at the time.
Bigelow directed it. I think by the time it came out, they weren't together.
Yeah, I don't think they were at that time.
That makes sense. Yeah, I love the string of ex-wife producers that
Yeah.
James Cameron has.
Right.
Oh, Strange Days. Gotta check it out again. Jason Woynar says Strange Days only takes place 4 years after it was released, and from what I recall, feels like the most accurate to a William Gibson cyberpunk story. But I was like 15 when I saw it, so my memory could be fuzzy. Akira takes place in 2019. Cyberpunk movies fucking loved 2019. Blade
Yeah.
Runner is 2019. Like,
What is that about?
everybody loved 2019. Yeah, but Akira takes place in 2019, and I'm glad that wasn't accurate. Yeah, for sure. Saw Blade Runner at a movie theater in Kyiv in 2019, and the theater erupted in laughter when the opening card read Los Angeles 2019.
A lot of them are set in LA, and if you go to
Yeah.
screenings in LA and it has like a number like that, people
Well, and it's
love
great.
that. Yeah.
Predator 2 has it's set in like 1997
Yeah.
or something, which is like not that far ahead of when it came out, but like
Love that movie.
in that movie, Los Angeles
Aged well.
has become like a gang
1997.
like, psycho war. It's set in 1997.
Yeah, and it came out in 1990.
It's
Yeah.
basically what Trump thinks LA is.
Yeah, it's the depiction of LA.
You're so fucking right.
It's true. I mean, it's what is being sold as what LA is to Middle America and to the South right now. Yeah, where it's like, oh, it's all gangs and it's all violence and it's all murder all the time, and it's like it's really not, guys. It's mostly yoga.
He's in town with a few days to kill. It's the tagline for Predator 2.
That's a good tagline. But yeah, it's funny because then even within the Predator universe, like it's like, is LA still like a shithole? Like, I don't know. Like, have they?
I know they got to revisit
revisited-
LA now in the
have they
Predator
revisited LA?
timeline.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, I don't remember. I never saw the Olivia Munn one, like The Predator or whatever.
Worst one,
Predator.
worst one,
Yeah,
worst
I've heard
one
it's
for
fucking
sure.
garbage, so I've never seen
worst
it. But I don't
There's
know if
some
that takes
cool
place in LA.
kills in it. But
Jason Wojner says anything else. They showed the Talking Heads concert film Stop Making Sense. Hell yeah. Last week in Kyiv, and it was an absolutely wonderful experience. People showed up in oversized suits and were clapping between songs and just having a great time. I didn't watch it for a long time, mostly from circumstance. And the film and the fact that my favorite Talking Heads albums, 77 and Fear of Music, are underrepresented in the on the track list. Excuse me, but the movie gave me a bigger appreciation for Remain in Light and Speaking in Tongues. I think the concert's production is the perfect blend of theatrics and spontaneity that is essential to rock and roll. Anyway, I think concert movies is a great idea for a future episode. Oh, that is true. IDK, if Zach is going to read this, but I can almost guarantee he's going to bring up the Billy Idol album Cyberpunk. Tokyo Slim replied, I almost thought you were going to say that Zach saw this, he'd make a case for Billy Jack being Cyberpunk. That is also what I thought
my
you were
God.
about to say.
Yeah, we need to have Billy Jack references on every episode going forward. A Billy Jack fact.
Billy
Billy
Jack
Jack-
fact
the Billy
is
Jack fact.
hilarious.
The Billy Jack corner of every episode.
I love Stop Making Sense. My friend sang Psycho Killer in karaoke last night.
The way it builds throughout
Oh.
that concert,
Like,
from the
literally
tape
builds.
to adding instrumentation throughout each song.
They
is pretty
reel out new
masterful.
parts of the
Yeah.
stage. Like, it
Yeah.
literally builds up. Like, it's so good. And just like how much cocaine gave them all that much energy. He's like sprinting in an oversized suit for like most of that show.
Yeah, that the level of energy, I
is
can't
bonkers.
imagine. Yeah.
Zorgla says, for some reason, Looper popped into my mind first. It's more
Fun
recent than most.
movie.
Yeah, I need to rewatch Looper. I remember
Yes.
only really liking the middle part.
Same.
Where it's like shows his whole life, how he like ages up, and like that was my favorite part, and the rest kind of was whatever.
Totally. My
And the farm
rewatch, I
stuff at
liked
the end
it
kinda sucked?
more. On the
Okay.
rewatch, I liked it more because I was expecting it all. So I
Yeah.
wasn't like because like I remember going into it the same way. I wanted more of the middle,
Yeah.
like all that shit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, on a rewatch, I was like, oh, okay, I actually really like this movie.
It's another case, like I don't know if that's like the trailers doing it a disservice, where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
we all expected it to be this
Totally.
thing, but it was really mostly a kid on a farm. Like,
There's not a lot of time travel
yeah.
in Cyberpunk. Apart from Back to the Future 2, which is kind of borderline
I would say
Cyberpunk
it counts, yeah.
with Biff on the
Yeah.
on those hoverboards.
Yeah.
But yeah, they don't put a lot of time travel. I guess it just seems so distant. Yeah.
I've like there like when Cyberpunk, the examples I can think of when Cyberpunk shows up, or when time travel, sorry, shows up in Cyberpunk, it's usually like someone from the future can come back, but the story takes place in the quote unquote present, right? Like the Peripheral is like that, where there's a future, and they can kind of call each other and like kind of visit through a robot peripheral, but like the story largely takes place in the near future, you know.
Which is so interesting because time travel to the future isn't theoretical. That is definitely possible. But time travel to the past is like, who knows if that's even ever possible.
Right,
Like right
yeah.
now, there is time travel to the future. Like satellites currently
Right.
do that to fix your phone. Like
Right.
your maps with your GPS wouldn't be possible without, like time travel. They do that and they have to adjust, like 8 miles, like
Yeah.
or
Time
is it
time
8 miles or a
dilation.
couple of minutes? Yeah,
That's a
to
trip.
fix the errors and calculation.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Like if you could travel, like I was watching a whole video about time dilation. If you could travel close enough to the speed of light, you don't even have to go the speed of light because pretty much you can't, as according to our current knowledge. But like if you're going like 99% the speed of light, you could travel hundreds of millions of miles in like 10 years for you, but millions of years would pass for the rest of the universe, you know? So it's like everyone you know would be gone, long, long gone. Like Earth would be gone, but like you'd get there. Like that's crazy. Like, so yeah, time traveling to the future, you can cheat basically. You can get somewhere faster through time, your perception of time. Yeah, for sure.
Such a trip.
And like particles, dude, like particles, because you're constantly being bombarded with space particles. And like from their perspective, they only live for like sometimes milliseconds, but they're going so fast that
Jeez.
from our perspective, they last for many, 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 sometimes millions of years.
That's such a trip.
It's bonkers. Science is crazy.
Interstellar.
Yeah, pretty much. Merv. What the fuck are we talking about? Zorgla says, for some reason, Looper popped into my mind first. It's more recent than most cyberpunk greats and depicts a bleak future I could absolutely believe. Instead of towering neon skyscrapers and hovering cars, everything pretty much looks like now, but worse. I always liked how many cars were 2000 models, covered in ramshackle solar panels and odd pipes. It feels like a world struggling to keep going. I do appreciate that idea of cyberpunk that often sticks around, is like like current or retro tech that's been like retrofitted to do modern stuff. Like I
So
love that
cool.
vibe. It's so fun.
Like the Game Boy.
Like yeah, like putting you just slap some pipes on a Game Boy, and you got yourself a future Game Boy. Another movie from 2012 with a decent world is Total Recall, the much maligned remake. Yes, it's bad,
Oh.
but it's so utterly different from the original that I don't even compare. Instead, I just dig the multi-layered claustrophobic chaos of its urban environments and the awesome idiocy, I almost said idiocracy, does that count? Of its giant elevator through the center of the earth. And I really like the magnetic hover cars. Oh, right, they have a elevator
about
that
the
goes through the
elevator.
center of the earth,
Yeah.
and their gravity flips halfway through, right? Oh my god! And there's like a zero-G fight scene. What I don't know if I've ever actually seen that entire movie. What a
So
crazy
I wasn't mad at that movie either. I
It
know
was
it's
just
kind
a
of
nothing burger for
sacrilegious.
me.
I wasn't mad at it because I didn't expect anything from
Right.
it. And I have a t-shirt from the original movie that I wear like once a week.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so like I like the original movie. I'm not a fan, but when I saw the new one, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't angry.
That's the thing with adaptations of Philip K. Dick stuff is like all the older movies and the newer movies, they take such radical swings that like you could remake the same Philip K. Dick story like 5 times and they're completely different movies like half the time. Colt Smith says Cyberpunk is one of my favorite settings, so buckle up. Firstly, I think Blade Runner 2049, Equilibrium, Gattaca, and Dread are the best live action cyberpunk films as far as live action goes. Those are all
All of those are
great.
10.
Yeah. Dude,
The new Dread is way better than the Stallone one.
Dread is
But
god tier, dude.
Way better than the
rewatched both.
Schneider one.
I rewatched both a while ago, and honestly, the original Judge Dredd has aged well.
Whoa.
It was
Even the
fucking-
Rob Schneider of it all?
It was good. It was actually good. I
I've
swear.
never fully seen that
There's
one.
like a lot of like courtroom drama shit that I
I am the
appreciate,
law.
and I think they go well together because obviously the new one is the Raid, like fucking
Right,
Die Hard,
yeah.
whatever. But like the old one with the block wars and all the like court shit, it was good. I was like, okay, this is way better than I thought it was.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of
like-
people citing like the original Judge Dredd comic book series as one of the early cyberpunk like works of art.
2000 AD or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Versace or somebody design the costumes for the Stallone Judge Dredd movie? Like something hilarious like that. Blade Runner kind of just does it perfectly, and 2049 kind of builds on that in a believable and natural way. Dark City and Tetsuo the Iron Man I'd put on the second tier of live action. Dude, those are both so good. I mean,
Dark City.
maybe they don't hold up to Blade Runner 2049 or Gattaca, but like I recently rewatched Dark City. It was one of my favorites as a teen as well. And it's still in there, still hits.
Yeah, I want to watch it again. It's been a minute.
I
gotta rewatch
revisited
Equilibrium.
Tetsuo and
Really?
yeah, that movie I didn't love the first time, and the
Yeah, I haven't
second
seen it since film
time
school.
after like super getting into Cronenberg,
Mm-hmm.
it like the themes about metal and humans merging together
Yeah.
in the future, that it made a little bit more sense to me, even though it can be kind of sophomoric a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it can be a very sophomoric a lot of parts. It's very crude as a movie. Like it's still like it worked for me a lot more.
Have either of you seen the new Cronenberg, The Shroud?
I still want to, but
No,
you
but-
know, it seems so heavy.
It seems so depressing. Like
Yeah.
I just like I keep almost putting it on because it's on Criterion or whatever, but it's about like, you know, you can put cameras on the graves of your loved ones and like watch them
Crazy.
decay, and I'm just like,
Whoa.
I don't know if I can handle
Yikes.
this.
And he
This
made
seems
it to
way too
deal
sad.
with his
his
wife
wife
dying in real
dying,
life,
yeah.
and I was like, oh, I'm
I'm
sure
just
this
like,
is great, but it seems so heavy.
I went over to my parents' house the other day and I walk in and my dad goes, "Look what I'm watching." And I'm like, "Scanners?" He's like, "I've never seen it." And I'm like,
Oh,
"What the fuck? You've never seen Scanners?" So we sat, he was like halfway in and I watched like the second half with him. It's fucking great.
Scanners,
It's
I
so
think,
great.
is the only one of his I haven't seen.
Oh
Besides The Shroud.
wow,
Yeah.
Scanners
It's
you would
great.
love.
It's
Maybe
ridiculous.
not
Scanners?
Rabid. I don't think I've seen Rabid.
It's such a B movie. And The Brood is one of my all-time Cronenberg favorites.
The Brood is so cool
I love
too.
The Brood. I feel like The Brood has aged even better than Scanners, honestly.
both Brood and Scanners are in my favorites. I have a handful of favorite Cronenbergs, and those are two of them.
Same.
That
Dude, and the
Videodrome, those
Yeah.
three might be
Yeah.
my favorites.
let me
right
let
there.
me hear Existence pass your
Oh,
lips.
hell yeah.
Well, I do like
Hell yeah.
Existenz a lot.
I fucking
I like
love
Existenz
Existence.
a lot.
Like
And that
We
feels like a
gotta-
predated Gamergate, where it's just like, let's attack this woman gamer. Yeah.
it feels like it
Totally.
feels
Designer, yeah.
cyberpunk too, kind of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%.
It's so Cronenberg,
Yeah.
like bio video gaming, just like ugh.
Yeah.
And it's like sexual somehow. You're like fucking this like console, sort of. It's like, yeah. Have we done a Cronenberg episode?
I think
Feel
we
like
did.
we have. Yeah.
I feel like if we flipped through, I'd be
Feel like
shocked
it.
if we didn't.
Let's do another
like we
one
should.
where I watch the ones I haven't seen
It's
yet.
the best.
Yeah, I think we'll do Scanners and The Brood, and
Yeah, yeah.
I
we
was
can
thinking
do it
about
just on
this.
those.
I forget why, but I was thinking about the show the other day. One of the most underrated miniseries, Alias Grace.
Oh,
Oh, is that
Elias
Margaret
Grace?
Atwood's book?
It is an Atwood adaptation, and he's in that as like a psychiatrist.
Cronenberg?
Yeah,
Oh, fun.
yeah.
Is that about an assassin? Is that
No,
is that right?
she's like it's like a mental asylum. She's
Okay.
imprisoned. Like it's
Oh.
fucking intense. It's so good.
She
Good
wrote
show.
like 100 books, so I get them mixed up
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I've read a lot of her books, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Super good.
It's really funny when he shows up as an actor, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
it's
Chris!"
always
Yeah.
fun.
I had no idea he was in it. He shows up.
It's
I'm
like when
what the
Jim
frick?
Jarmusch would like sometimes show up in something, and I'm just like, Jarmusch, what are you doing here? Like,
Yeah.
the real star, though, Colt Smith continuing here. The real star, though, here is anime, baby. Here we go. I was wondering when we were getting
Yeah,
into
anime is cyberpunk.
Anime is
through and through,
cyberpunk.
yeah.
Yeah, in its bones. Akira, GITS. What is that? I know that. What
Ghost
that
in the
is.
Shell.
Goes to the Shell,
Oh,
of course,
okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Armitage the Third, Appleseed, Gaunt's, Blame, Psychopass, Lane. Oh,
Psychopass is so good.
Psychopass.
Psychopass, I love.
Psychopass. What a good name.
Psychopass.
Yeah, it's a very
Somebody sent us a
minority
DVD
report,
of that
but
a long
yeah.
time ago.
Oh, you'll like it. I think.
Memories,
Yeah.
and so many more anime. Do it up in a way live action just can't. Psychopass is brilliant. Watch if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I just subscribed to Crunchyroll for
Nice.
Demons of the Shadow Realm, so I gotta try to get through that. I want to show Sophia Berserk Golden Age arc, but they have it as a weird TV show edit, and like apparently the intro spoils what happens. And I think the
Whoa.
best way to watch Golden Age arc is to not know what you're getting into. The way I
Yeah.
watched it, because it was fucking mind shattering.
Is that the original old one?
takes
What's
place-
the first one?
It's the movies that take. Yeah, it's weird because the books start when everything's all crazy already, but then Golden Age arc kind of goes back before everything was crazy. And it's like how everything got there, which to me seems like the most logical way to start the story. But in the books and in the anime history, I think it's kind of like usually a flashback. But
Yeah, I read the first couple volumes of
Pretty
the book. Yeah, they're like
nuts.
huge volumes, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
giant
yeah.
tomes. Yeah.
I've read 1, 2, and 3 of the paperbacks. I think. But yeah. Anyway, I love it. Anime. As far as who got closest to Kira, corporal-run nations, military over civilian, everyone is broke and on the brink of death or revolution. Hopefully we can fix it before we have a giant god-powered kids running amok. Yeah. I mean, we sort of do have giant kids running amok because the underdeveloped frontal lobes of these loser men are running everything. But yeah.
Yeah, it was a metaphor, the giant god-powered kids.
It was a
yeah.
metaphor for Trump, actually.
Yeah.
Serial Experiments Lane, though, like I looked it up the other day to see if it was on Crunchyroll, but it's not. You have to rent it or whatever from Apple TV, and like I've been this close to like watching that again, but I'm not sure if my psyche could handle it because it's like so nuts and so.
So I
sad.
own that and have never gotten around to watching it. And I know it was a staple for so many people. And
it, like,
I missed
formed
it
my-
when it came out, the first time around. Is it good? Like what's the deal with it?
Serial Experience Lane was huge for me as like a 17, 18-year-old.
But it's some like internet thing, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
It won because it really hit because like I was, I spent a lot of my time in my room, like, doing a little light hacking and like chatting.
I prefer to be
with
called a
people.
hacker.
Yeah. And like, so Serial Experiments Lane is like just, right up my alley because it was, yeah. Yeah. Mike says, in typical everything counts reaction shots fashion, everything counts. I'm going to fly in the face of the fun twist of this month's topic by opting to put my love for Ghost in the Shell out there anyway. Hell yeah. While it doesn't quite qualify as a universe we've overtaken in the timeline, in my defense, the classic 1990 film 1995 film takes place in the not too far off year of 2029. In relation to how close it might be to our current society, all I'll say is for me, it's one of those where the ways it could be considered prescient aren't as much one-to-one technological as they are thematic and emotionally true. It's greater ideas of identity, individuality, and the nature of consciousness and the desire for transformative experiences are more relevant than ever, even if there aren't too many bionic super cops that can leap off skyscrapers and turn invisible yet. Yet, big yet. My favorite Ghost in the Shell iteration is probably standalone complex series, though. Also cool to hear Barry Lyndon get a mention from Isla and some
yeah.
appreciation in one of those last episodes. I just rewatched it recently, and it's close to being my favorite film ever. Kubrick episode
Same.
when? Have we not done a Kubrick episode? We should do a
had to
Kubrick
have.
episode. Well, if
Had
we
to have.
haven't, we should. And another recent highlight is I finally watched Baby Assassins Every Day, the follow-up series to the trilogy I mentioned a few months ago. That's right. It acts as a more than satisfying enough conclusion to what already felt like a conclusion for those two characters, but I'm pleased to find out that they plan on doing more. For now, there's weirdly this tense, sinking feeling like having to contemplate a classic cozy sitcom coming to an end, and I don't know if I can bring myself to say goodbye just yet. Love and respect as always. And Cotalito chimed in on that and said, I would say that most of William Gibson's stories are closer to contemplative tech noir than the bombast and action of what we think of as cyberpunk today. Yeah, William Gibson's novels are definitely like usually kind of slow burn detective stories or slice of lifes about people in a hell future. But
They have
yeah,
all the
Ghost in the Shell's
texture
sick.
of it. Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
have
it's
the
so good.
ingredients for it. I
Yeah.
watched Johnny Mnemonic for the
Oh my
first
God.
time a month
Yes.
ago. I missed it when it came out because
I put that
got
on
bad
a while
review.
ago.
It got bad reviews, and I just skipped it. But it was fun, and maybe it
It's
wasn't
so
meant
fun.
for the time it came out.
There's a black
Because
and white
it's
version
a
on,
black and white
on
version.
Criterion. That's actually kind of wild.
Is
Yeah,
it
Oh,
extended or no?
I think it's the same movie, but just black and white. I don't remember.
Ooh.
All its kind of goofy elements play really, really well in a kitschy, campy, enjoyable, energetic way now. Because I was watching
Yeah.
it for the first time and was like, this movie's a blast. It's hilarious. Like I'm enjoying it, and in a laughing with it kind of way.
Yeah.
It was just this is funny. I love this. So
I feel like
yeah.
people didn't have a space in their mind for intentional, futuristic, like R-rated satire. Like, because I think like people didn't get Starship Troopers when it came out. Some people didn't get RoboCop when it came out. Like they
People
didn't
still
know it
don't get
was
Starship
on
Troopers.
Yeah, they don't know it's funny on purpose. Like that it's making fun of itself and the world. You know, like that's what it's saying. And like Johnny Mnemonic rides it a little drier, maybe. Like, but like follow the dolphin into the data. And like there's a guy
it's
named
so
Jesus.
silly.
Like
Yeah,
you
it's
can't,
so
you
silly.
can't-
That
has to
dolphin
be on
is so
purpose.
silly. Yeah.
And like my sister and I mean, this is kind of grim, but my sister and I quote the part where he's trying to get to know the woman of the piece, and and she goes,
What's her name? Molly something? Oh, no, she's
Something,
actually
yeah.
she's connected to a different William Gibson story.
Oh,
I
really?
forgot it, but she like plays a factor in Neuromancer, I think.
Oh,
Like
funny.
she's yeah.
Well,
She's
there's
connected to multiple
Sprawl-
William Gibson stories. Yeah.
William Gibson has like several sprawl novels, like so there's Neuromancer, Mona Lisa Smile, Burning Chrome, and like a few that are like all set in that same the sprawl, which is like basically America. And yeah, so like they're all kind of, so she might be one of those. But anyway, when they're getting to know each other, and she's like, "Oh, do you got parents and stuff?" And he just goes, "You got parents and stuff." He just like He
Oh,
yells it at her.
Keanu gives this amazing speech. He's definitely channeling Nicolas Cage up on this like hilltop. He's like, I want room service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like a rich bitch and like
Yeah.
they put 256 megabytes of data in his head, and at that time that was fucking insane.
My friend growing up, his screen name on video games was Johnny Mnemonic.
I'm surprised you can spell it. I never can spell that. Oh, what a movie. Codalito says, what a beautiful coincidence that I just acquired the 1992 Christopher Lambert classic Fortress on the format of the future DVD.
So strange. I was just thinking about, because Mortal Kombat probably, but I was just thinking, in Highlander, I was just thinking about Christopher Lambert a lot. That's very funny.
So I don't know Fortress.
I've never seen Fortress. Well, Codalito comes through with a description.
So they describe about it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's set in the distant year of 2017 when the U.S. military dictatorship has enforced a strict one-child policy on our hero gets arrested when he and his pregnant wife are about to flee to Canada. The punishment for knocking up your wife and a second time is, of course, slave labor in an underground maximum security desert prison. I have not yet had time to actually watch it again, so this summary is somewhat aided by Wikipedia, but I have fond memories of cyborg guards, plenty of gore, and a drugged-up Kurtwood Smith as the main villain. Everything you need in your dystopian retro future. While I'm thinking of it, because they did do an update and they had watched it after this update, but I just remembered that the movie Soldier technically takes place in the Blade Runner universe.
So wild.
Which is crazy.
Anyway. That's great. Yo, this is from the director of Reanimator. I gotta see this. Oh, shit. Stuart Gordon.
I was like, not Jeffrey Combs. That
I need
is
to
Reanimator.
watch.
Shout out to Nevermore, that fucking play that they did that I talk about all the time that no one's ever seen. Anyway, edit number 1. Codalito, I just finished watching Fortress, and man, it holds up for being a 90s ultra-violent dumb action movie. The cyborg strike clones are gnarly, and I'd misremembered Kurtwood Smith being drugged up. He just got really drunk from a sip of wine on the count of being a synthetic corpo baby who's never tasted alcohol. I had also forgotten that Jeffrey Combs and Clifton Collin Jr.'s have great supporting roles. That's fun. I love Jeffrey
so
Combs.
cool.
What a weirdo. Another movie on the topic that is high on my watch list right now is The Sixth Day by with Arnold Schwarzenegger, a human clone action thriller that takes place in 2015. God, I remember that movie.
Kind of like near the end of peak Schwarzenegger in terms of his like trajectory. Yeah,
that was one as a kid where I remember seeing The Sixth Day, and I was like, "Oh, these can miss." Like that at the End of Days or whatever. I was like, I
forgot I rewatched Last Action Hero the other day too. And that's a fun one. Aging so well. It's so fun. It's so fun.
That one in he's in 6 Days, 7 Nights, right? With Anne Heche?
That's Harrison Ford.
That's Harrison Ford. Wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger in one with Anne Heche, whatever? What am I thinking of?
I don't
Collateral
know.
Damage? What am I thinking of? Whatever. Fun fact, Blade Runner, Akira, and The Island all take place in 2019.
2019's the year. Well, we made it past 2019.
We did, and things got really fucking terrible after. So
yeah, Fortress made me think of those Children of Men, which because of like on the run because of pregnancy related issues, but Children of Men I think takes place 1 year from now. I think it takes place 2027. So
dude, Children of Men, I like that movie.
One of the greatest ever.
Corlito continues, I have not seen Her, but I know the plot, and in terms of who got it closest, I think that one is getting pretty damn close now that we live in a reality where people are having relationships with semantic processors. Yeah.
I need to rewatch that.
Yeah, I wonder, because now I wonder if it feels quaint and outdated yet. Like,
yeah.
I like the choice of phrase semantic processor. I think I wish that would catch on. I wish that would catch on. I've heard, next token predictors. I think those are also good as opposed to AI. It's unfortunate that LLM caught up. I didn't, that didn't catch on as opposed to AI.
AI.
Yeah, but just everything got a
It
big
gives it AI
muddle.
gives it too much credit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, on another note, I have a comment for Huber on what you said recently on the Easy Allies podcast about
Mm.
The Boys and Invincible being the same vibes.
Hmm.
Yes, they seem similar, but there is one huge difference. The Boys is satire and Invincible is not. It is basically Marvel slash
Yeah.
DC, but more brutal in its depiction of the
Same
consequences of
ballpark.
superpowers.
Same
Yeah.
ballpark. Not like,
Uh,
they're obviously everything is their own differences, but same like genre ballpark area.
mm, mm, mm. Classic anime of the month takes place in 2032, so it qualifies for today's topic by reaction shots rules. Bubblegum Crisis. Ah, I loved Bubblegum
Bubblegum
Crisis.
Cry. I loved the name as a kid.
Yeah, this night I had this on DVD. The 1987 to 1991, sorry, OVA is Cyberpunk royalty and has one of the best soundtracks in the biz. The first opening song, Konya wa Hurricane, has been permanently in my music rotation since I first downloaded the MP3 in the late 90s. Hell yeah. Shout out Kazaa slash LimeWire slash Napster. The series follows the Night Sabers, four badass women in combat suits who fight humanoid robots called boomers. That's fine. I'd like to fight some boomers, if you know.
Humanoids.
That rampage through a very Blade Runner inspired Tokyo. A must watch for anyone who likes cyberpunk anime. Edit number 2. I finished the first 6 episodes and I had forgotten how the quality of the animation really ramps up after the first episode. That's good. Usually it goes the other way around. Stay human and keep fighting the corpos, fellow reactionauts.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, Coralito. 3 more here. Colin Luton. My favorite thing that Blade Runner correctly predicted that I can't stop thinking about since I heard it is the noodles. Hey, we just talked about this.
That's amazing.
In the 80s, in the 80s,
So
one
great.
of America's top dystopian anxieties was that Japan would take us as the dominant economic superpower in the world, or take the US as one of the dominant superpowers in the world. Japan in the 80s was the middle of its bubble era where they were having a major exporting boom in technology, products, and culture. The original Blade Runner imagined a dystopia where Japanese culture was completely subsumed, has completely subsumed American culture, where neon kanji signs and billboard ads of geishas drinking Coke or whatever. The
So some
idea,
of this is fear, maybe also in the American authors, like
in the 80s, yeah,
Orientalism and fear, probably,
Yeah.
like both the fetishization and maybe underlying fear. That we're
yeah, I forgot in
seeing.
Blade Runner. I
Yeah.
guess it is Japanese, isn't it? I thought it was Chinese, but
Is
yeah.
it? I can't remember what the
I don't remember if
signs
it's
were.
Chinese food or
Yeah.
Japanese. I'm trying to remember picture the kanji in my head, and I think it is Japanese. Been a minute. I actually prefer 2049 to original Blade Runner. I love them both, obviously, but the idea that Harrison Ford, our all-American movie hero man, would walk up to a counter and eat noodles with chopsticks was intended as a shorthand for just how far America had fallen down the ladder of world power, where a cool American white man would eat ramen instead of, I don't know, a ham sandwich or something. What a dark future this is! Cut to modern day, and this piece of audience signaling is totally lost on us because ramen noodles have become that ubiquitous. We see that now and go, yeah, it looks cool, cold and rainy out there. A hot bowl of noodle soup for lunch sounds great. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna order ramen for lunch right now. I fucking love ramen and eat it very, very regularly. I mean, in LA especially because we have such access to really great sushi and ramen. But yeah, I stopped by there's a Japanese market on the way to the office, and I'll stop by there for lunch like every other week. You know, grab udon.
I was watching an old Simpsons episode and they were going to get sushi and they kept saying it like it was the most exotic thing you could possibly imagine. Like sushi. And it was like, oh,
This is just another Wednesday here. It's funny.
Yeah.
In the dystopian nightmare of LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Hallinan says, whilst looking into ideas for this, I found a Reddit thread from 11 years ago titled, "What year does Her take place in?" which had a lot of replies along the lines of, "Welcome to 2025" and "Hi from 2025," which is equally hilarious and startling. I guess that takes place last year. One future date in a movie I'm glad we've passed is Judgment Day, which took place on August 29th, 1997. In reality, however, I don't think we really need Skynet to help us destroy the planet. We can do that ourselves, generating AI slop and cooking the planet. In the words of John Connor, we're not going to make it, are we? Would be nice to make it to 2032 and see how the three seashells work, though. Yeah, I'm curious. On a lighter note, but unrelated, spurred on by a fantastic trailer for the upcoming martial arts banger, The Furious, I watched all three Baby Assassin movies. These are going around in our group here,
Yeah.
which were a lot of fun, and all three had some incredible action in the back end. Take it easy. And P.S. They added a P.S. Went to see Hokum last night, and it was fantastic. Easily
Yeah.
on par with Oddity, Damien McCarthy's previous film. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Oddity, and Oddity
Same.
wasn't scary.
No,
So,
no. You should be fine. You should be fine. There's a couple chilling parts, like any good one, but you should be fine.
but like
Yeah.
people standing outside your bed is so scary. It's so scary. Last one from Fede. Fede Crowd.
Fede.
There it is. It's hard not to say Blade Runner, but this is a genre-defining movie that is basically as perfect as Cyberpunk could be for the 80s. Now for the franchise that I haven't seen mentioned, Mad Max. While no specific date is given in the movies, the first Mad Max movie is set a few years after 1979. That's true. Speculated to be in the mid-80s, which would set the Road Warrior in the late 80s and Beyond Thunderdome in the early 2000s. They weren't off by that much, huh? For something else, it wasn't my intention to bring the real world into this, but as a defender of the prequels, I can't help but remember that people said that blockading trade routes was a boring and low stakes conflict for Star Wars. That George Lucas guy sure knew something was up when he made them. Yeah. I mean, those movies are all about Vietnam, and like America is the empire and the guerrilla warfare guys, aka terrorists, are the heroes. So he did that on purpose. Like people who say Star Wars isn't political. That's why I love Andor so much, because it's like just says it and it shows it, and it's like this is how fucking crazy this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad Max though, yeah, good pull, because yeah, I think technically, because Mad Max 1, if you watch it, like, you know, in your head, when you think Mad Max, you think Road Warrior, and now you think Fury Road, you think
One is
dust
so
and no
jank.
gas. And one is so janky, but it's
So
also like,
jank.
it's also just like rural Australia. Like they
Yeah.
say it's a post-apocalyptic future, but it's literally just like a crummy town in the 70s. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, and like he goes on vacation for a quarter of that movie. And like everything's fine.
Yeah, you're right.
And like
you're right.
the Mad Max shit doesn't have, it's like Home Alone. Like the thing you remember is like the last 4 minutes of the movie.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that because I just skipped to part two. I never
Oh,
saw
yeah.
part one.
Whoa.
So
Oh.
part one, there's
What
like
are you
a
doing?
civilization that just
Yeah.
exists.
He's
So
still,
does that
like,
mean that in all the other movies there's a civilization that exists?
No, because-
when do things go terrible? Like when does
Between-
the apocalypse happen?
To me, the
Between-
timeline of Mad Max is tenuous.
well, it's Mad Max
very
is
tenuous.
intentionally like storytellery, because like they have the history men who like have stories like tattooed on their bodies so they don't forget, right? So like the timeline of Mad Max is intentionally weird and vague, and like the movies, like, you know, there's stories being told.
So
right?
it's like the
So it's
Trojan War and the Odyssey and
right, and it's
things
like
like that,
Mad
okay.
Max. Mad Max is like, you know, there's a read that Mad Max is like, you know, more of a legend, or like a guy who just kind of shows up when you need him, rather than like a literal guy. And like maybe it's more than one person, maybe it's like, you know, half of this stuff is tall tales. But like in a literal sense, if you're looking at the Mad Max kind of chronology, Mad Max 1 takes place in slightly future from when it was made, grungy, early 80s ish, where like things are starting to get bad, and like start like rumbling on the outside, where things are like, you know, and like gas and water and stuff I think are starting to get scarce, but like society hasn't completely collapsed yet. So like he's still a cop, They have like slightly weird cop cars, and society's a little weird, but like society is still kind of hanging on, and nothing is really specified as to like what's going on from memory. But like biker gangs kind of like are roaming the countryside of the
Classic
out
biker
of
gang.
yeah. And so like yeah, it's a really fascinating trajectory, the Mad Max movies. I love Mad Max, if you couldn't tell. But
Fuck
like
yeah.
the trajectory is very interesting because yeah, the first one is like there's still kind of society happening, and like yeah, he and his wife and kid just go on vacation to like a nice little country home for like 20 minutes in the middle of this movie, and they're just kind of like having a picnic and hanging out and everything's nice, and it's like setting us up for what happens next, obviously. But like he doesn't do anything like Mad Max until like the
So
last.
that would be the most cyberpunk one is part one, then technically.
It's more like rural punk.
Yeah.
It's like
Rural
car punk.
punk.
It's more
Carbunk,
like
yeah.
car punk or like dust punk, like early kind of that, whatever you want to put word in front of the word punk. But yeah, it's there's no real cybernetics in it. But then like Road Warrior, they lean in and they're like, we got a little more money. I mean, there's still gorilla as shit in that movie. Like the stuff they pull off in Road Warrior is fucking crazy. But yeah, they I think actually state that like there have been water wars and like shit has gone crazy, and it's implied like a bunch of nukes went off, I think. Yeah. So like between Mad Max and Road Warrior, shit gets real. And like crazy and bad. And like you can tell like especially because of Fury Road, like Road Warrior is more the movie they wanted to make, and like Fury Road is the movie they wanted to make when they were making Road Warrior. So it's like, and then the story behind Thunderdome, I don't know if we've probably talked about it on this show before, but like the story behind Thunderdome is crazy because like it's directed by two different people. It's George Miller and someone else. His friend who like helped him write these died in a helicopter accident tragically. So George Miller was like really fucked up about that. And like there are like rumors where it was like a different script and they kind of merged two movies and like
Crazy.
made it a Mad Max movie kind of after the fact, and like all kinds of weird stuff. Like look into it. It's a nuts story. That there's more detail than we could get into right now. But yeah. Mad Max is sick and does technically take place in a future past. Yeah. So
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past. Yeah. What year does that take place? But yeah, this was a fun topic.
Very cool.
I like these. And yeah, anime does really kind of hit these. Like Cyberpunk was such a vibe
Cyberpunk
in anime.
Edge Runners. Just want to shout that
Oh,
out.
I need to see that still.
God, I love that show so
I like that. Yeah.
much.
I would play that
Oh.
video game. It was a video game based on the anime. Yeah.
I
Those
need to watch
characters
it.
were so fascinating and
Mhm.
compelling from the anime.
Yeah, I cannot wait for season 2. I'm so excited.
The first episode was so flashy that we turned it off. But
Yeah,
now Sophia's cured, so we can try it again.
Oh, really? Yeah. I have similar issues because of medications I'm on where I can't handle strobing lights.
Yeah, I get
and
from
so I
my
have to
visual
leave the
migraines
room.
too.
Yeah. So,
I like look away.
yeah, it just I have a lot of issues. So
Maybe if
yeah.
I put on my very cool cyberpunk migraine
yeah.
goggles, then I can watch Edge Runners.
That looks very cyberpunk. Oh,
does.
there's a thumbnail.
Rain dancing.
There's a thumbnail.
Hack the planet.
Yeah,
Uh,
hack the planet.
Oh,
All right,
what were their
everybody.
names? We each need a cyberpunk screen name. Yeah.
Oh, in hackers?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you remember any of their names? I can't remember their code names.
Gosh. Yeah, they had good ones. What were
Let's
they?
see.
Zero Cool.
Zero
Crash
Cool.
Override.
Crash Override. There you
Acid
go.
Burn.
Acid
Dude,
Burn.
The Plague.
They were always so shocked when there was a woman hacker. I think that
Oh,
happened
yeah.
in multiple movies.
Oh, The Matrix.
As a fun twist. Yeah. It was like, wait,
You're Trinity?
what? You're the hacker? But you're
I
a
always thought Trinity.
woman.
Well, he literally says like, I just always thought Trinity was a man, and she says most guys do,
Yeah.
which is funny because
yeah.
it's like obviously like women have been intrinsic to like computer tech and like stuff,
Oh,
but also
since the
trans
beginning,
women
yeah.
are like so big in cyber decking and like hacking and synthesis and stuff like since the beginning too. It's like wild. Yeah.
Which I mean, maybe is accurate that men would make assumptions. So maybe
Oh, they do.
is.
They
yeah,
would and
maybe
they do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So maybe that is a good plot point to have. I don't know
Yeah.
if the movie is making commentary or just,
I think that in the Matrix, they're definitely
yeah.
intentionally calling it out to be like, yeah, guys do mostly assume that.
Hackers is probably also making those assumptions,
Yeah.
though, not just
Who knows? It's been a minute since I saw Hackers. Shout out to the net.
Hell yeah.
That's
the net. The net was ridiculous when it came out, but it circled back around. If you watch it now, it is not that ridiculous.
I love how she's this elite hacker, but all she ever does is type "who is" and then username, and it just tells her who everyone is.
When the net came out, it seemed so ridiculous. It was like, why would she order a pizza online? That's so stupid. Why would she just call and order a pizza?
That's so funny.
But like now,
so cool.
of course, you would order a pizza online. Why would you even call and order a pizza? Yeah.
Shout out to Virtuosity if that's a Cyberpunk movie. It feels like it is.
Yeah, isn't that where Russell Crowe is like a computer program, but he turns real or what?
Yeah.
I've never actually seen it.
With Denzel, yeah, it was cool as a kid.
I saw that movie, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, any final thoughts on cyberpunkery before we call it a day for this one?
Sick genre.
Yeah, it's fun.
What was the last great Cyberpunk movie?
The last great one?
Do they still make them?
I mean, 2049 was good. The Peripheral
Yeah,
TV
yeah,
show was
Blade Runner.
okay.
Yeah.
The book is better.
I mean, they're making a Neuromancer TV show for Apple
God, I
TV.
hope that's good. Apple TV gives me hope.
William Gibson
So it's still around in the peripheral.
is posting about it online.
Okay.
Nice.
So I think he at least maybe has some involvement. So that's cool.
I
Hopefully,
would say Silo is fairly cyberpunk.
Sure.
Like there are a lot of interesting TV shows that are doing it.
Sick.
Sick. Hell yeah, everybody. Thanks. Sorry we were so late. Patreon.com/reaction shots. Get in there. And that's how you get involved. $3. You're in the Discord. Chuck us a buck. You're in the Discord. You can contribute to these episodes. We really appreciate that. And we appreciate our fun little community.
Yeah, thank you all. Those are great.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. You're the backbone of these podcasts, everybody. So thanks for making it work. Join up if you haven't, if you're listening to this still. And we will be back again soonish. We're going to try to get you a bonus episode, and then we're going to do something for May as well, obviously. So thanks again, and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.